What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here doing a quick little video. So, a buddy of mine who works security um, sent me this picture yesterday about a foreign officer, this gentleman here, assisting APD right here with a domestic slash, I would say, possibly more than likely, theft issue. Now, I did a little bit of research on here. They are allowing foreign officers to come to the United States and operate, but that's also under a federal contract. So that means they'd be helping more of like the feds with certain kind of things like FBI and stuff like that. Well, I find it interesting that they have a foreign officer who more likely doesn't know our basic everyday laws here. And I tried looking for this little patch. So if anyone knows what country of origin this is, because my buddy said he couldn't really read it, but it started with a C. I'm thinking maybe District of Columbia, but I could be wrong. But not many countries will have police right here on the arm. Usually most of the ones who do are all communist style countries, not gonna lie. So it's very, very interesting to literally see APD get assistance by a foreign officer. Now, this is also something I'm interested in because our mayor of the city, for some odd reason, is allowing bums and vagrants to sit there and basically camp anywhere they want with no legal recourse against them. People like the taxpayers and business owners are going to have to deal with them now looting and destroying their property and or business. And now they're literally having officers like this gentleman, which, I mean, he could be a good guy. Hopefully that's the case. But when your administration, and this is in every single Democratic-led and or any city that literally has Democrats that are majority and or liberals, because there's a lot of Republicans that sit there and say that they're like, oh, I am a conservative, when they're not. Just look at how they vote and what they do. But it's very interesting. Because when I actually did the research and everything on it, it stated that they're not supposed to be doing anything when it comes to domestics or anything else like that. And there's actually supposed to be like a foreign officer and operator, meaning there should have been another one instead of just this gentleman here. So it's very interesting to sit there and have foreign officers operating in our state and other states like, oh, hey, New York City, where they literally found an entire police precinct of Chinese officers, which is interesting. And now we have this gentleman in our state assisting our APD, Anchorage Police Department, which is kind of funny because we're so far north to the point to where our neighbor is Russia. The one state that you definitely don't want to turn blue or become liberal is our state, because we definitely have the most guns and ammo sold and purchased per capita here in this state. A lot of liberals have guns because we have bears and moose and crazy homeless people. And it's going to get a hell of a lot worse thanks to the new mayor, who is definitely going to allow homeless people to just run rampant, because they don't want to accept that homeless people, to be able to get into their shelters, they have to be sober, meaning no drugs, no alcohol. Everyone who deals with homeless people know the ones who choose to be homeless, they're not going to give up their drugs or their alcohol. So businesses like this location, which is a local Fred Meyer, and other places like Walmart, Target, and everything else are now going to be subject to dealing with all these vagrants. And it's not even upper management that's going to be dealing with them. No, it's the hourly associates. And in my opinion, that's ridiculous and asinine to sit there and make the hourly associates and or anyone else deal with these people on a daily basis, because these people learn their faces. So you can be out and about with your family and you can get attacked or assaulted. There was literally just the other day a guy who asked two individuals at a park for something, for money. They told him no. He shot both the individuals, then ran to a trailer park and barricaded himself in there until APD and SWAT was able to get him out. This should literally tell people that why are we being kind to all these people when they get all these handouts and everything else? Like when I was heading home last night after work, on one of the local like news stations or like the radio station, they were talking about how freaking Hugh Jackman and a whole bunch of like movie stars are gonna get together and throw a little fundraiser for people like you and me. You know, average everyday taxpayers, people who are barely surviving to pay their bills, right? To donate money to the homeless issue and everything else. Why is it that if these rich people, right, like all these rich people with all this money, like Bill Gates or the person who owns Amazon, or how about these corporations that run these massive companies like Kroger or Walmart or Target, why is it that they will literally sit there and ask for people like you and me to donate, and then when we donate, they take the credit for it and they spend no money, but they also get the tax exempt for donating? What the fuck? Like, society is slowly collapsing, and soon enough, it's going to fall to the point to where soon enough, law enforcement isn't going to be around, and or the good officers, right? Because I don't know this gentleman at all, but the good officers will quit doing the job. They will either find something else or just not do it, and then you're going to literally have, like, a world kind of like RoboCop, to where the cops are, like, overwhelmed and outnumbered, and you're going to have crime running rampant. Look at any major city. Rural areas, perfectly fine. Anything that's a city, they're falling apart. All for the same reason, too. So I find it very interesting and very strange that because we're so understaffed for police here in the state and in a lot of other states, because of, defund the police movement, which the mayor of this city now was one of those people who supported it. Wanted to defund the police, and this is now what we get. And if we have more people like this, now, once again, don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but if we have more foreign officers, do you think the foreign officers are going to treat the people of the United States, people like you and me, in a good way? No. Matter of fact, I heard of this actually happening in Los Angeles and a few other cities and stuff like that in the lower 48, to where they're having these officers work in a capacity like these officers, and they're now arresting people. That shouldn't be allowed at all. Like, I don't care if you come here legally and all that and you do your, due diligence. That's fine. But these people are not learning any of the laws or anything, and they're just like, oh, hey, I can arrest people. Yay! So this is going to get really bad with the next probably few months to a year, and it's going to be to the point where if quite literally this election doesn't go the way a lot of people think it will, we're going to be in World War III, we're going to be in another civil war, on top of more than likely just the end of society altogether. So, stay free, America. Love ya. Later.